yeah, I'm just gonna be talking a bit about the mural and stuff. I'm really excited to show you guys it. So this mural came of light around the end of my junior year, so last year in Black Student Union. And I remember Miss Hester asked us a question, us Black students, if we knew where the College and Career Center was. And only one person could discern where it was located. And it was right across our room where we met every day. And Miss Hester discussed her concerns with how this space is very important for every student, especially us Black students and other BIPOC throughout the school. So we all collectively came up with the idea of a mural to draw attention to the space and for it to be seen as a resource. And I decided I would take on that project. When I first started drawing it out, I only focused on the fact that it was the College and Career Center and not more than that. But as I felt a lot of the composition of the piece was lacking and I didn't really know where to go with it, I remembered what this space once was. This area in the school used to be a really negative space for the Black students at Roz. When I was going to school in the 9th grade, it had a really terrible name attached to it with a lot of negative connotations and was racially motivated. And not because of any of the activity that was going on in this area, but because of the students surrounding the area and hanging out around it, and that was us Black students. When I remembered that, I wanted to use this mural as a way to bring Black representation and Black excellence to the forefront and take a negative space and make it positive with a huge burst of color. Because a lot of the time, us Black students, we get talked at a lot about how much we matter, how we can be successful, and how every space and resource is made for us, but we never truly see it. This is that visual representation that we do matter, and we are welcome in every space that this school offers us. This is a promise to us, but not only to us, but the promise that the staff and district makes to us students. And the months that went into making this and seeing the positive ways that it's affected me and the people around me have brought so much life and optimism that I had never felt before. Because I never thought that a dream of mine that meant so much to me and the people around me would actually come into fruition. And most recently, I was having a conversation with my assistant principal here. Yeah, right over there. There she is. I was trying to find her. But we were talking about the need for every student to have an outlet, especially the Black boys and girls. Because living in this society can really cut you down, especially as a person of color. But to have an outlet and to have a space where you're safe, to know that you excel, and to not let anyone tell you otherwise on your dreams is so important. And it's the hope that I have for every Black student graduating from Roz. So I'd like to invite Mr. Tinsley, my advisor. He has been a huge support for me throughout this whole thing, whether it comes to getting supplies, but also just with this whole process mentally trying to keep me in the positive focus when things get stressful. And I thank you so much for everything that you've done. I don't think you know how well you have set me up going to an art school, and to say that I've done a mural already, it's crazy. And I'd also like to welcome up my supporting artists as well, who have been a huge help throughout this whole thing. B, Navina, and Oren. Something that I am so happy to say as well is that we started this mural on Martin Luther King Day. Yeah, it makes me really happy. And something that Mr. Tinsley said that really has stuck with me throughout this whole process is that this was a part of his dream. To be able to come from something negative and create something positive out of that, and act out of love and not hate. And it makes me really happy to say that this space is now reclaimed fully.
Woo!
Yeah. And I'm really excited to unveil to you guys what I hope uplifts and is seen by every Black student as a safe space, and to every student as a resource, no matter your skin color, the Outlet of Hope mural. So let's go ahead and turn this back down.
There it is now. Wow.
right here in the middle, she is just recently graduating. She's about to graduate. She doesn't have her cap and gown yet. So as of right now, she's looking around at her at all of the possible career choices that she could make, she could take in the future. And I wanted to make sure that it was shown that there are no limits to what you could do either. If you wanted to go into the arts, if you wanted to be a doctor, mechanics, anything that anybody would want to do, even architecture. Like, I want people to realize that their dreams are limitless and that they can do whatever they want to. And as she looks around her, she takes this path through the door, which leads to her getting her grad cap. And you don't know what she chooses. And I made that on purpose because I wanted to be clear that the choices and career paths that we as students make are our own decisions and not anybody else's. So, yeah, and I especially want to highlight this quote too. James Baldwin, know from whence you came. If you know whence you came, there are absolutely no limitations to where you can go. I really just wanted to tie in the visual aspect also with the verbal so people really understood the message and meaning behind this whole piece. So, yeah.
Woo!